What's up everyone and welcome back to yet another video, and in this video I'm going to create a chill Amapiano beat in FL Studio. And I'm also giving away this FLP for free, so make sure to check with the link in the description. So let's get started. So first I'm adjusting the BPM to 113, which is one of the preferred tempo when it comes to creating Amapiano beats. So first I'm going to start off with a chord progression. So let's say I start off with some simple keys. So let's say the stage 73 V2 from Arturia. So I found this Latin fusion preset. So let's draw in something in the piano roll. So first I'm going to adjust the scale. So I want to create a jazz inspired chord progression. So let's say I pick G sharp in minor. So minor natural. So those will be the root notes. So now let's add some notes on top right here. That's it. Oh, that sounds really cool. So let's just copy this one over. So that already sounds perfect. So let's add some more notes so we create kind of the same chords. That's it. That sounds really cool. So let's just create a 4-bar rhythm, a 4-bar pattern. Then let's randomize this one. So I'm going to lower down the velocity and then just select it and then press Option, scroll down to lower down the brightness of the chord. Sounds way softer. Sounds way much better. And now let's strumize it. So I'm using it just on the default settings. So accept. So now pitch it down 1 octave and now it sounds like this. Oh, sounds so soft, jazz. Really like it. So we could definitely use this foundation to build our Amapiano beat, which is going to be very, very simple for this tutorial. So I think right now it's time to just drag it into the arrangement, and let's start off by adding some drums. So I'm going to use the African producer bundle, and let's start off with some shakers. So this is the first one which I've picked, so it's shaker 53, which sounds very natural. So I've recorded the shaker loop. So now I'm looking for a simple drum loop. So I'm going to scroll through some random sample packs and see if I can find something. So I just found this one, so stretch it to the tempo of the project like this. And then let's pick just a few steps of this drum loop, for example. Maybe just the first part. I just mess around. I think this is it. Let's reduce the volume. That's it, that's it. So now it's time to add some more drums. So I'm going to start off with the kick. I'm going to add the very generic kick rhythm. So let's say we add kick 12, which is a very soft and deep kick. It contains a lot of low frequencies. And it's very easy to use to drag and drop it into your project. It sounds fine. That's it, that's it. So still very, very simple. So now let's add some random percussions from the percussion folder. So I just dragged in some random percussions and let's just add them step by step. So at first I've added this one. So making sure I'm playing around with the velocity. So it sounds very dynamic and unique. So let's have a listen. Make sure to just create some unique patterns and don't make it too quantized or static. Then I'm adding 2 more layers. So that sounds also really cool. Then we have 3 percussions left. So this one is a little bit more complicated. It's just playing in the background, very simple, but I'm just making sure we're filling up the empty spaces in the drum loop. So this in the end makes it sound way more professional. And I'm already leveling the drums by playing around with the velocity. So making sure the volume is just right. So I've been messing around with this one for a while. So that's it, also very simple. And let's add the final one. Also playing around with the velocity, playing around with the key. So pitch it from C to A. So we add a lot of mid frequencies, low frequencies to make sure it sounds very groovy. Because when you don't add elements which contain some low frequencies, it sounds very flat and not that groovy. So make sure to add some elements which contain both low and mid frequencies. But I think I'm still not done, so I want to add some more percussion. So for example, heads. For example, head 18. I'm going to copy over the kick, paste it into this one, and then drag it half a step to the right. Elements which you just have to add to those beats. And if you think the sample doesn't fit the drum loop, make sure you play around with the out right here. And by doing this, you shorten up the sample. So let's have a listen. I think like this sounds just a little bit better. So now let's add some swing around 20%, doesn't matter that much. So now let's add another element, maybe a clip. So this one sounds very unique and cool. So add it every second kick. That goes perfect together with the drum loop which we've added. That's it. So I think this one also goes perfect together. Then let's add another element, maybe a wooden sample, something like that. So this one. So I've pitched a sample up from C to G. Just messing around. So I think that's it when it comes to adding all the percussion layers. So now let's add some unique elements, for example, a bass line. So maybe add morphine. And let's see if we can find a unique preset. So this one sounds very cool. So let's open up the chord progression and then just copy over the root notes and paste it right here. So pitch it up 1 octave. That's it, adding a lot of low frequencies right now. So now let's add some more layers from Morphine, because I think it's a really cool plugin. So for example, leads. So maybe there's a lo-fi techno chord. So let's add it right away. Oh, this one goes perfect together. So I think that's also it. Very, very simple. So maybe just disable it right now. Clone it again. And let's pick another one. So maybe a simple pad layer, which is often used in the intro of a beat like this. Well, let's pick this one. Let's enable it. So we definitely have to remove some of the low and mid frequencies from this pad, but I think it's also another perfect layer, which we can very easily add in the beginning of this beat. Still keep it very simple, don't mess around too long finding the perfect preset, just pick some random ones. But still I think it's missing something, so maybe we have to add another lead which is very similar to the lo-fi morphine lead. So let's maybe pick Harmor and maybe use another, or maybe use an ARP. So maybe this one, right here. That's it, that's it. Copy it over. So let's have a listen. Oh. So I really like this one. So a really cool and unique layer from Harmor. Wasn't expecting this one, but just let's lower down the volume just a little bit of some of these elements, and then let's listen when we play together with the Morphine lead. I can already hear the log drum, but still missing something. So I want to pick another vintage synth kind of lead. I haven't used this one in a while, the UVI workstation. I have to open up Synth Analogy. ARP. So I'm just picking some random ones. Oh, at G7 it sounds really cool. Oh. Push to the background. That's it. So another really cool ARP. So now let's add the log drum. And I want to make sure this one goes very well together with the piano, but still is very, very simple. So it's basically just following the root notes of the chord progression. So let's open up the Fruity DX10. And then let's open up a preset from the African log drum kit. Log drum presets. For example, this one, preset 6. And then just copy over this one. And then paste it right here. So I'm going to create something which is very, very similar. Pitch is maybe down 1 octave. Turn it up all the way. So this one is going to be very, very straightforward. That's it. Copy it over. And now it's still missing some low frequencies, so we're going to keep it very simple by just adding a one shot, so you don't need any plugins for creating this one. So for example, we're going to take a look at the bass. So this, I think, one is perfect. So drag it in. First, we're going to create a square like this. So like this, depends on your preferences. So copy it over. So maybe we have to adjust the length of these ones. Also from the bass, so copy it over again. This one is really hitting right now. Definitely need some more tweaking because I think the sounds and the leads right now are very, very loud. And it's also very easy to switch it up. For example, pitch this one up. So as you can hear, a beat which is still very, very simple. So right now I think I've added all the elements. So right now let me arrange this beat. I'm gonna mix it just a little bit. I'll show you the final result in a second. So guys, I just finished up this beat. I've just added a up and down lifter, mixed the elements, added some reverb to some of the elements. So right now let's have a listen to the final result and I hope you enjoy it. So a typical intro using the pad which we've created. Oh, so cool. I really love the chords. They're so simple. I think they catch your attention somehow immediately. Added some reverb to the wooden percussion. Bassline coming in, the ARP. Moving the kick right here. So groovy. Some tweaks to the log drum. Really like the chords, techno chord, electronic sample. Switching up the log drum right here, just keep it interesting. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to download this free FLP, the link will be in the description. And if you want to check out a free sample pack, make sure to check out the African Sound Selection. This sound selection is a free sample pack, 100% royalty free. Use it in your beats, create something awesome. So the link is also in the description. So with all this being said, I hope you have a great day, create some awesome music and see you next week.